Hi, ladies and gentlemen, friends, and lovers of freedom all over. Today, I want to talk to you on the subject of addiction. So many enemies, like the enemy of worry, challenge, fear, and doubt, has stopped a lot of people from making progress in life. But the mother of them all is addiction. Addiction has stopped millions of people from making progress in life. Addiction has destroyed so many relationships, families, jobs. It has taken so many careers because the people who got involved in addiction suffered and went through so much pains that resulted to them losing everything they've lost in their lives. I'd like you to realize that if you do not try to find out how you got addicted to whatever substance or whatever it is that you are doing right now, it will continue to bring harm to you and stop you from making progress in life. To that extent, we're going to look at four kinds of addictions that people have gotten into unconsciously that has stopped them from making progress in life. The first of them is the habit or addiction to gambling. See, gambling will not just cause problem for you or stop you alone, but it will affect your family members, it will affect your loved ones, and sincerely your friends as well. I've seen a lot of people who got into gambling. They have gambled and wasted their whole money, their whole resources. They began to touch into the resources of their loved ones and their friends. Addiction has taken a lot of people's property. A time will come when addiction will become a boss in your life. It begins to dictate how your life goes, what you do, the places you go. The addiction of gambling is so very serious that if you do not find a way to stop that addiction of gambling, you're going to cause a lot of harm and destruction to yourself and sincerely to your loved ones. I say this to tell you that the one way you can stop being addicted to gambling is you might need to leave the environment you live in right now. Sometimes some of the things that causes addiction to gambling could be the environment. It could be that you found yourself in an environment where people gamble left, right, and center, where gambling is a norm. Now, if that became a habit as a result of that environment, what you need to do at this point is to move out of that environment. Sincerely, you may have gotten addicted to gambling because of the kind of friends you have right now. What you need to do to come out of such addiction is to separate yourself from such friends. Although you love them so much, they've been with you for a long time. But if you will grow, if you will succeed, if you will progress in life, you will have to separate yourself from these individuals at this point of your life. For some people, the addiction could be as a result of the work environment. If that work environment is the reason or the trigger for the addiction to gambling, you may need to change that work environment and find a different environment that can change and better your life. The second habit or kind of addiction is addiction of alcohol. Alcohol has destroyed so many jobs, destroyed so many relationships, destroyed so many businesses and family because those who suffer or go through the pain of alcohol are not able to control themselves or stop the habit of alcohol. There are certain triggers that result to the behavior of taking of alcohol. And you need to put an end to that at this point. Because if you do not stop the habit of taking so much alcohol or even alcohol, it will stop you at the long run in your life. So many lives today have been destroyed because of the addiction to alcohol. Alcohol does not have to control you. You are bigger than alcohol. You have all it takes to stop taking alcohol. But it starts with determination. You must be determined in your mind, in your heart. You must look to yourself, look into the mirror and tell yourself, this cannot destroy my life. This cannot destroy my relationship with my loved ones or my friends. You have to get to a point of sincerity where you are sincere to yourself so that you can bring the habit of alcohol in your life to an end. The truth is, the behavior or the habit of alcohol has destroyed a lot of jobs, a lot of businesses, because those who engage in the taking of alcohol were not able to control the behavior of alcohol. At some point, it became an automatic behavior. They now began to take alcohol and then it began to drive their lives. You can put an end to that in your life. But that begins with you understanding or going back to identify how you began the behavior or the habit of alcohol. Because if you are not able to go back to trace how it all began, you might not be able to bring a solution to it. Just like the first habit, which is the habit of gambling. When I said that you need to identify the source of or the root of that behavior, that pattern, and then put an end to it. For that of alcohol, you need to go back and trace the root. If it's the environment you found yourself that's resulting, or the friends that you surround yourself that's making you go into alcohol, a behavior that's beginning to ruin or destroy your life, you need to go back, trace it, and put an end to it at this moment if you will succeed. So many people who are broke today run their lives to the ground because of alcohol. You can end that in your life. It starts with a decision. You must decide today that today marks the end of this habit of alcohol, because alcohol has become a boss. It has become a lord in your life, which is directing you, which is taking you to places you ought not to be. For so many people, they ought to have left the level they are right now. But because of the intake of alcohol, because of the way alcohol is controlling their life, they are nowhere. They are still on the ground. For some people, they are moving, their life is moving around the circle. You can bring that to an end. The third kind of habit of behavior that destroys people's life is that of pornography. Pornography is a very serious behavioral pattern that has destroyed a lot of relationships. It has destroyed a lot of lives. The idea is once you continue to watch pornography, it begins to stick to your subconscious as a picture, as a photograph. Now, it makes you, it's a trigger. When you think about it on a regular basis, you want to go back and watch pornography. But the truth is, you are more smarter than what you are doing or manifesting right now. You can put an end to pornography, but because pornography is doing a lot of harm to you, it's caused a lot of pains and suffering to your life. So you can end it. You can bring an end to it. What you need to do first is to go back and find the trigger. What is making you to get involved in pornography? Who are the people in your life? Are they the ones instigating you to do pornography? Could they be your friends in the class? Could they be your colleagues in your work environment? Could they be the people in your neighborhood? You need to go back and identify or trace where it is coming from. Because if you cannot trace where it started from, you cannot put an end to it. Pornography has destroyed a lot of millennials and Gen Zs because they have so gotten involved, engaged with pornography, that it is stopping their level of growth or progress in life. A lot of people can't think straight right now because of pornography. Pornography is just registered in their mind. For some people, they picked up pornography unconsciously. It could be that you sat with your friend or you went to visit your friend and you saw them watching pornography and suddenly you developed interest in it. Right now, you have become master in pornography. Now you watch pornography left, right, center. Pornography is now controlling your life, but you can put an end to it. It starts with determination. You will have to come to a point in your life you tell yourself, this will end today because this is now driving my life. Pornography has become the pilot of some people's life that without watching pornography for an hour, they cannot live a meaningful life. They just keep going back and forth watching pornography, and it is evidently doing a lot of harm and destruction to their life, but they are unable to put an end to it. You can put an end to the habit of pornography in your mind, in your life, if you are determined. And I'd like you to know that if it's a friend, if it's an environment, if it's a particular place you picked up that habit, you can determine, you can make up your mind today and say, today marks an end. And if you end it, you begin to see the changes you want to see in your life. The fourth kind of habit that destroys a lot of people's life is that of drugs. Drugs has done a lot of harm, brought a lot of pain to a lot of youths in this generation. I'd like you to realize that the intake of drug is destroying your life. Research has shown that so many kinds of forms of abnormal growth in people's life that has resulted to cancer, cancer of the body, cancer of the bones, and all kinds of cancer is as a result of drugs. You can put an end to drugs in your life because it's doing you a lot of harm. It's doing harm to your loved ones. It's doing harms to your friend. So you need to put an end to it. If you have not grown, if you have not succeeded beyond where you are right now in this point in your life, then it might just be traceable to the intake of alcohol. But you can make up your mind today because you are bigger than that behavior. You are bigger than that disease of drugs. And if you make up your mind to put an end today, I will truly see you at the top.